It is coming straight. Finished tiller right there at full draw. Riser is where you can get a little ornate and creative with a bow design. In this instance, I'm reserving that for the limbs themselves, since they are zebrawood. I am going to use hickory as my riser stock. Now, if you consider the fact that the grip is going to be wrapped, so this grip will be wrapped because ultimately my intent is to make it a takedown bow. So the amount of riser that you're actually going to see is going to be so minimal that to spend time working out like some ornate riser would essentially be a work in futility, because you're going to be cutting it all out just to put a wrap on it, and what's left is probably going to be missing all of the accoutrements that you put into that riser. So with that in mind, I'm just going to make it again with the heaviest stock, or not the heaviest, but a very heavy stock to concentrate the mass of this bow into the riser area. Be sure to check out the playlist associated with this bow build, guys. It has a lot of shorts videos that go through the processes of not only the parts, but the splicing and everything that is kind of omitted up to this part of this video. So with the single core fiberglass build, when we took it out of the mold, it actually returned a little bit. This one is not doing that. I didn't use any clamps with this particular glue up, so it was all just rubber band. But yeah, you can see that the bow kept exactly the shape of the mold in this instance. So, as I can tell. Cool. Yeah, and good resistance to start. Alright, got some initial cleanup done. So I have ground down to the lambs so I can get a real good idea of how the glue up went. Be able to see the riser went together pretty well. Pretty happy with that. The setback on this, I've also trimmed down the tips to its final length. It is starting with what I would say is about 1/4 or 3/8 of an inch of setback at the grip. There are no tip overlays on here yet. So yeah, there's where we're at. It feels pretty good to me, although I worry that I may be a little light out of the gate on this. We're gonna have to see how this thing tillers out. So I'm probably gonna need to keep some of this width, and we'll work down the tips and see if we can keep the weight up on it. The goal weight on this one is to be around 45 pounds at 29 inches. So a little more room than the single core version of this bow that I made. Got the initial taper ground into these limbs. It was a very slight taper, and I'm still probably 5/8 of an inch wide at those tips. But you can kind of see the floor tiller on that, and it is coming straight a little bit later than its predecessor, and keeping a little bit of reflex right out here where I got the additional tip wedge out there, which is good, so we can avoid any kind of whip tillering out at the tips here. But initial bends feel pretty good. And it seems to come back to weight pretty. I mean, it's packing some weight, let's put it that way. So there's some really good resistance here. So hopefully we are going to end up where we need to in terms of the poundage on this bow. Here we go with initial bends. You can see it comes readily to what would be a draw, or not a draw, but a brace height. We are getting some work being done right up here out of the fades, in addition to those limbs straightening out. So I feel like we're getting pretty good even distribution at this point of stress in those limbs. But it does give me the opportunity to narrow out the extremities, which is exactly where we want to be narrowing that out. So to get to tiller, if we can be removing mass out at the tips of the bow, you're getting two birds with one stone, right? Reducing mass at the most costly area of the bow, in addition to getting the tiller that you're desiring simultaneously. I'm going to go ahead and string this up because I want to see how it behaves on a short string. I did not necessarily anticipate this. We're getting what I would define as pretty even bend on this lower, well, this limb. And then this limb is actually retaining just a skosh of its reflex. So you can see it in there. Like these limbs are not behaving the same. Measure out my fade. About 6 3/4 here, 6 3/4 over here too, but yeah, something seems a little off. I'm gonna go with the deepest part here. Yeah. Darn near even. I mean, as far as the gap on the fades is concerned. So really what we're dealing with is just a difference in tiller. And that could be in the lambs themselves. Maybe something got ground a little more tapered over here. And these got, or maybe a little thicker over here and thinner over here on those lambs. It's hard to say for sure what's causing this. I'm going to check my width taper between the two limbs here and make sure that this one isn't wider, because that could also cause it. All right, did a little bit of work on the tips, believe it or not. Took them down probably a aggregate of 1/4 of an inch, not even that, maybe 1/8 of an inch on both. This was my heavier limb right here, so I took some material off through the working portions, and it is beginning to come along. So as it weakens, the other limb, you know, obviously is going to strengthen. So as this limb starts to pull back a little bit more, and this one starts to give up a little bit more, it evens out the tiller. Now, that will of course adjust the positive tiller. That's 6 1/2 and a little less. So over here, so this limb is the stiffer limb. Not only is it stiffer in terms of retaining some of the reflex, but in addition to having the positive tiller reside on this upper side. So here again, we still get to do some work here and kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to take it over to the tillering tree though, and let's just give it some cursory pulls. You can see that this limb's still got a little bit of a reflexed sweep versus some of the just regular bend toward the string over here. We're going to see how this thing pulls. All right. Got some decent, I mean, the limbs are working decently. Let's see what we got as far as draw weight. I'm going to take it to 18 inches. And it's 27 pounds at 18 inches. Technically, we got 11 inches more to go. So let's take it to like 19. We'll get it to that 10 inches additional. So it's at 28 and a half pounds at the 19-inch mark. All right, we are going to be pulling this bow to 29 inches. So, you know, it's not unreasonable to expect a 20-pound pickup. However, we are going to be doing a lot of tillering, so hopefully we can get all of that weight out to full draw. But we're going to have to be very diligent in how we address these limbs. So here again, we got to narrow the tips. We still have tip overlays to put on there. But yeah, we got to weaken this one entirely in comparison to that one. All right, I have narrowed down the tips pretty well. So I'm closing in on that half inch wide down here, and still maintaining good limb shape for the most part. Obviously, I've got one limb that is retaining some of that reflex, while I've got the other limb is kind of bending toward the string. Now this is a pretty high brace height, so let's see here. If I measure it off, we are at 7 inches brace height to the back here. And we got a good 1/8 of an inch difference in gap here, with the larger gap residing on the limb that has, you know, the bend toward the string, which makes good sense. But we want it up here. And so what I'm going to do is actually take the tape off of the belly of this bow now, and we're going to just wholesale remove some fiberglass and try to weaken this limb a little bit to match up with the other limb down here. So you guys understand what's going on here. I am literally tillering this the exact same way we would a wooden bow. Like, I have marked off the spot on the fiberglass, and I'm working the fiberglass away. It's such minor tillering that needs to happen here. It's not going to happen on the side tillering. And I'm trying to keep as much of the weight, you know, the width as I can. Take some of this belly wood off, or belly material. It fouls up the paper pretty quick, so I'm having to like flip it and move it regularly. So from earlier on, this is beginning to behave better, but it has not completely gone away. So, still working things out here. Now, pulling at this point to 24 inches. And truth be told, I feel like I got a little bit of a stiff spot in here as well. And this is starting to behave a little bit better. And just for an update's sake, at 24 inches, we're pulling 39 pounds. So we're right at about 40 pounds at 24 inches. Which should hopefully get us into that 45-pound range at full draw. Still doing a lot of tillering here, so there's still pounds to lose if we're not judicious with things. Okay. Let's see here. Like looking down the limb, I got just kind of a flat spot right here on this limb. And I got a commensurate spot like that on this one. So we're at least even. I'm going to do just a little bit more belly removal, see if we can't smooth that out a little bit. We are pretty much there. So spent a lot of time tillering the belly directly to get the bends that I'm looking for, and then ended up being a little overweight, believe it or not, and had to do some wholesale removal on the edges of this bow to get it down into weight. And even still at this point, I'm a little bit over. But here's the tiller on this bow. So let's see here. Pulling to about 29 inches here, and he's at 48 pounds. So I'm like just a couple pounds over. So I'm hoping that with some sanding and such, we'll come down or come into weight range. But there is our finished tiller right there at full draw. Looking pretty good.